Well, good morning, everybody. I think that we're live on Facebook now, and it's another happy Monday. Weather is much warmer today than it has been, and things are looking up. It's even supposed to have some sunshine today, which is always great for the spirit. What I'd like to talk to you a little bit about today during our Monday check-in is part of this 2-month series that I'm doing right now on persistence. And what I want to discuss is inspiration. One possible source of inspiration that you may have overlooked that is so very important and is readily available for you if you will access it during times when you're really struggling. But before I do that, I wanted to do my check-in with you on how the week went so that I can share my accountability that Rick asked us to do as this new year unfolds before us. And I managed, though it was not the easiest task this week, and some weeks are like that. Sometimes you work really, really hard and the results are very modest, but it doesn't mean that you haven't been trying your best. I managed to eke out a quarter of a pound today. And we had sort of an abbreviated meeting today because several of our members have, in fact, contracted the virus. And so there weren't many of us that could attend the meeting. So with that in mind, I went over, got weighed in early, and I came on back home in time to share some time with you, which I look forward to. So one of the things I was thinking about was, who knows me better than me? And the answer I came up with is nobody. Pretty much, I know myself better than most anybody else. My friends, my family know parts of me, but they really don't know all of me. And I think that's true for most of us. When we look at, what makes us tick, who truly knows what I'm capable of, who knows how willing I am to push myself and how hard I'm willing to push myself. I'm the person that knows that better than anybody else. So I thought, well, maybe to try to inspire myself for a change might be something that was worth trying. And so I thought, well, how on earth am I going to go about being my own inspiration? And I thought, well, I really do have a pretty good idea of where I want to be 6 months from now, 3 months from now, whatever. I have a sense of what I would like to see myself accomplishing. I think all of us sometimes daydream about where we would like to be, if only, if only, if only. But we don't always translate that into action. And so I thought, well, what do I need to do? I've accomplished a good many things. I taught myself how to crochet, for one. And I am fairly accomplished at that, though some of my family wishes I quit making napkins, but that's a whole different story. So I thought, well, basically what I need to do is write down a plan for myself if I'm serious about working toward the goals that I want to reach, and to develop a healthy life plan moving forward. Then I have to figure out what inspires me, to get started. First of all, I found out that big goals can be overwhelming for me. I really need to break it down to make it in manageable steps and then celebrate each step as I secure the footing and take that step and move myself a little bit more forward and a little bit closer to where I want to be. These tiny steps really give me a chance to see that I can achieve this, that I can accomplish what I want to do. And the smaller the step, maybe the more steps I have to take, but the more opportunities for success I have. So with that in mind, I began to write down a plan that I could implement for myself. And I've done a lot of plans before, and they all sound good on paper. You all know that. But sometimes I think we spend so much time making the plan, we forget that making the plan means nothing if you don't take the action. You've got to start, you've got to begin, and you've got to keep going once you do. It's good to have that vision of where you want to be ultimately in mind, your great big goal, but you need to fill your actual plan with small steps along the way to move you along. And then I thought, okay, so I've got this wonderful plan that I've devised, and what am I going to do now? Well, state of mind is important to me. I don't know if it is to you or not, but it's very important to me. And I need to focus on being positive about this. This is something that I've already said I want to do, I want to accomplish. So I need to get my head in the game. I need to keep my attitude positive. I don't need to look at what I'm doing as a bunch of negatives. I can't have this, I can't have this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Instead, list things in a positive way. List things in ways that make you feel good about each accomplishment that you make. Even if I experience setbacks, and I can guarantee you that I will, as you will, at some point in time, probably experience a setback. I cannot allow that to deter me from the focus on my overall vision and my goal. One of the ways I've been thinking about this is every day is full of hours and minutes. You know, you get 24 hours in a day. If I have 10 bad minutes in a day, that doesn't mean the other 23 hours and 50 minutes have to be bad too. So breathe positivity. Okay, so you messed up for a few minutes in a big day. You still got all these other minutes to make better choices and to move yourself down the path to where you want to be. It's like the one lady in my chapter who used to say, oh, well, we had a birthday. Well, you had one birthday in a week that had 7 24-hour days in it. And there was birthday cake available for 15 minutes in that one day. Did that destroy an entire week's worth of effort? No, it didn't. It just means that you need to be positive and give yourself a break every once in a while, and don't label yourself a failure because you mess up once. Instead, say, okay, I can overcome this and move forward, and it'll be a great week anyway. Disappointment happens. It's sort of inevitable in life. And some of my best lessons have been learned through things that didn't work out quite the way that I had hoped they would. Instead of preparing for disasters, I find that I do better if I think about the best situation that can happen. What's the best case scenario I can get out of this picture? And that keeps me positive about where I want to go. Another thing that I got to thinking about when it comes to inspiration is that I need to relentlessly keep pursuing the inspiration I'm seeking. I don't know about you, but when somebody says no to me, I'm sort of taken aback a little bit, and I think, wow, maybe I shouldn't be asking. Well, no, maybe I just didn't knock on the right door. Maybe I just need to go and knock on another door and find somebody that will say yes, or come on in. Let's talk about this. Let's see what we can do to help you get to where you want to go. It's not absolute rejection. It can instead be a catalyst to strive for getting the right help to achieve the success that you want to achieve. Make your mind understand that no doesn't have to be a permanent answer. It could mean, well, just not now. And I think back to when I was bringing up my kids, and very often I would give my children a no answer, but it didn't mean no, not ever, never, forever. It meant not right now. And I forgot that lesson, that you can ask again. You can even ask different people. Circumstances change. If you remain positive and focused and committed to what you want to do, your own actions can turn a no into a yes. And I can remember my sons, they persisted. They knew this. They could turn a no into a yes because they knew that when circumstances changed, if the answer or if the request was reasonable, chances were really good that I was going to help them accomplish whatever it was that they were asking to do. So that really was insightful to me when I stopped and reflected on keeping a positive attitude and how to foster that within my own self and give myself some positive self-talk. To not be disheartened by the word no. It just is a process that you need to go through and keep searching until you get the right combination of people and events that will help you get to yes. The other thing I got to thinking about as I was trying to figure out how to inspire myself, because especially in this difficult time that we're facing, we do spend, many of us, a lot of time alone. So we rely on ourselves more in many ways, and a state of mind is certainly something that we need to be able to address in a very positive, meaningful way. And that is the need to stay humble, to keep my feet firmly planted on the ground. The truth is, you should never get ahead of yourself. You should always try to stay firmly rooted and to be relentless about breeding the positivity and implementing the plan that you want to put in place to give you the best chance to succeed. And you need to sort of touch all the bases here. And one of the ways to do that is to say humbly to yourself, I don't have all the answers yet. I will probably make some mistakes, but I am fully capable of learning and developing and continuing until I get to the end result that I hope to achieve. When I began to learn to play the piano, I was not one of those naturally talented people that just sat down at the keyboard and instantly hammered out a tune. I needed a more deliberate, methodical approach that taught me how to read music notes off of a sheet of music and translate that into sounds on the keyboard. I persisted, and through time, I got better and better at it. But I had to persist. I could not just give up with the first clinker note that I hit. And believe you me, I hit a lot of clinker notes. So it really helped me when I was thinking about staying humble to understand that many good things just take time and practice and persistence. And that we can become what we hope to become if we just will continue to make the effort to do it. It helps too to always draw to mind why you want to do this. I wanted to play the piano because I wanted to be able to accompany my dad and his brothers in their band because they needed somebody to play the piano. So that gave me real incentive to want to do that. I had to be patient with myself and bring myself up to speed. They could not give me the ability. They could encourage me, but I had to develop the talent that I had and take best use of it in order to be able to be a part of that group and to make some really fun music for the family when we gather together. The other thing is, and this was sort of cool to think about and to realize that I have the power to reinvent myself. I am in control of me and my life to a great degree. I'm not always in control of everything that happens, but I can, to a great degree, control how I respond to it. I know this sometimes gets lost in the midst of work and commitments, but really and truly, we have a duty to ourselves to control what happens to ourselves as we move through each and every day. I have a purpose for myself, which is to become as healthy as I possibly can to empower me to take care of as best I can the people that I love. I stop and think about some of the people in my family that depend on me, and it's really, really important that I be able to be there for them. So taking good care of me assures that they're going to have the care they need as their life continues as well. So it's a win-win situation for both them and for me. I like to consider my life sort of as a book, and each day could be the start of a brand new chapter. You know, some chapters may last for several months, several years, whatever, but some chapters may just be for a day. But it doesn't mean it's any less significant. You know, there was something important there that gave it chapter status all by itself. Whatever the chapter has in store is completely up to you. You can shape it by the choices you make, and you can inspire yourself to make it an exciting chapter that you'll want to revisit in your book as time goes by. And as I went through this process this last week, I thought, well, right. Like from a movie, The Right Stuff, I got to thinking, well, yeah, that's true. I do have the right stuff. I may have laid it up on a shelf and haven't been using it for a while, but it's still there. And I think it's time to dust it off. And I need to focus on all the positive outcomes. That's number one. And then number two, I've got to look around me and my life, and I've got to remove the hurdles. If I want the positive outcomes, I've got to make sure I can get over every hurdle that comes my way. And that takes awareness and persistence and determination. I'm feeling really good today. I really feel that even though I have to spend a lot of time alone for various reasons right now, weather didn't help the situation any, but that's beginning to break and spring is right around the corner and I can get outside more, which is really thrilling. COVID reared its other ugly head again and made some changes that weren't in my plan, but I can overcome that. I can be my own inspiration this week. I can look inside myself and take the steps needed to move this process along. I don't want to let myself down as much as I don't want to let you down or Rick down. Uh, this is a good time. Uh, this is an encouraging time. Let me help you in any way I can. I'll reach out to you, and I know you never fail. You always help me with your encouraging words and comments. So I am thoroughly convinced this is going to be a bright, sunshiny day. I thank you for spending a little bit of time with me, and I've really gotten a boost of encouragement and inspiration from just taking the opportunity to visit with you. So go out there and inspire yourself, darling. Talk to you later. Love you dearly. Bye bye.